Welcome to MMA Roundup with your host, Randy Silver. What a card that was, UFC 293. Izzy lost his belt to Strickland. We're going to break it all down for you. The fight highlights, analysis, reaction, all from the main card. Izzy was a minus 675 favorite to win, and he lost. One of the biggest favorites ever in the title fight to lose. We're going to break it all down for you. Here's your cards. In the scroll bar, you'll be able to see all the winners from all the fights, but we have the 5 fights in the main card for you. Here are the walkouts, Izzy and Sean. Sean's been wearing that hat all week, a little bit Australian flavor. Tail of the tape, Izzy's 6'4", to Sean's 6'1", 185 to 186. Izzy's 34, while Sean's 32. Izzy has the reach advantage at 80 inches versus Sean's 76 inches. Izzy can go switch while Sean's orthodox. Throughout the whole lead up, the fight was going to be Sean is a boxer by trade. Izzy's a kickboxer. Can Izzy's reach keep Sean away so he can't get in the pocket and punch? And that did not happen here, as you'll find out as we go into it. Here's Sean warming up. Sean walking out right here. Sean's a Sean's a jiu-jitsu black belt. You would expect him only to be boxer, but no, he can do much more than that. He has the 3rd highest strike rate in the UFC middleweight history. He has the highest strike defense among active UFC middleweights at 65%. Izzy walked out, no antics, got out straight with the business from Nigeria, but fights out of New Zealand. Current middleweight champion, he got his belt back from Alex Pereira when he lost it. He is trying to become the best middleweight, longest middleweight of all time, only succumb to Anderson Silva, but he's not going to get there now with this loss. Second most title fight wins in UFC middleweight history with 8, 16 wins by knockout. Here's your tail of the tape one more time. Izzy was very stoic, ready to go for the fight. Sean looked ready to go as well. He has a 27-5 record. Izzy, 24-2 record. But let's look at this. Sean, out of DraftKings, was a plus 49 underdog, meaning if you bet $100 on Sean, you won $490. Izzy is a minus 675 favorite, meaning if you bet $100 on Izzy, you'd win $6.75. Whew! Not a good margin there if you're betting Izzy. That means he's heavy favorite to win. Izzy has gone into every fight as the favorite in the UFC. Right before the fight, they did not touch gloves. Izzy ready to go, mean mugging. And then the fight starts. Izzy's in red and Sean's in white. Fight started as you would expect, very much feeling out. Izzy tried to keep the distance. Sean tried to get in. Izzy was on the back foot the whole fight. Back on the cage, having to move around. Sean really controlled the cage well and was able to get Izzy uncomfortable. With about a minute to go left in the fight, Sean was starting to get some jabs in there, able to find some range. And with 20 seconds left, he caught him with a perfect right hook right here on the end of the jaw. Wobbled Izzy, he fell down. Sean went for the kill. Very controlled though. Credit to the referee, Mark Goddard, for not trying to end the fight there. Let Izzy get back up, get out of it. He was able to make it out of the round. But he was hit, and he felt the power of Sean. Here's a picture of it. You can see flush on the jaw. And then some ground and pound as he was able to get back up. Here's another photo of it right here. Boom, right on the jaw. Sean did not look like he was breathing hard at all between the rounds. He looked like he was in amazing shape. They said during the telecast that he was sparring 15, 20 rounds to prepare for this, so 5 rounds would be easy for him. Moving the second round, Sean won the first round easily 1-0 because of that knockdown. Head strikes 27-1 at one point. Just unbelievable. Izzy could not find his range, especially on the jab, and Sean was picking him apart. And you'll see at the end of this fight, Izzy's face was definitely swollen up. As we move through round 2, Izzy was starting to find his range more, getting some good kicks in. Significant strikes in round 2 was 20-10. Izzy was able to, from that, move through and win the fight, win round 2. In the corner, Sean again didn't sit down, was not doing much, was just getting his coach to cuss at him, pumping him up. Izzy was getting his face worked on. So after 2 rounds, as most people said on Twitter, it was 19-19. Each have a win. Izzy with some good kicks. Sean winning with the jab and the punch. Halfway through round 3, where if you look at the significant strikes, about even, 40 and 44. But look how many Izzy threw. 125, and he only landed 40 of them. 32% percentage to Sean's 53%. That is not an Izzy type of fight. He's usually very precise. 1 minute left in round 3. Again, you can see Izzy's usually on the fence. Significant strikes in round 3. Izzy was 17, but Sean with 9. But when Sean hit Izzy, you could feel it. The punch really, really affected Izzy. So we look at the corner. Sean went in and actually won the 3rd round there. We can see that even though he had more strikes, Izzy did, Sean's were more power punches and created more damage. So now Sean's up 2-1. And that's what most people said on Twitter as well. Sean up 2-1. Again, Izzy is on the back. You can see Sean's controlling the middle of the ring. Sean's controlling the middle of the ring here. Again, we look at significant head strikes. Izzy with only 13 on 118, 11%, while Sean had 40 of 106, 45%. Izzy was not getting his range, was not being able to hit, throw, miss. That's going to tie you out, and it's going to defeat you, while Sean was being very accurate. Now, the tides have turned. End of the 3rd round. Strickland is a minus 166 favorite, meaning he's now favored to win the fight. Izzy's plus 130. How it turned from Sean at a plus 450, Izzy at a minus 675 to opposite. Whew. Sean, after the round, again, looking fresh and clean. You can see Izzy's face, battered and bruised. So one more time. Sean looking good, like he hasn't been punched. Izzy's got that black eye, and you can tell he's got some wear and tear. Now in the 4th round, now we're in the 5th round. Izzy's face is beaten, minus 270 favorite for Sean, while Izzy's a plus 200, which is just crazy to think about again, how they've turned over and over. Sean won that 4th round, so it's up to Izzy to come through and try to get a knockout. Sean's now up 3-1. When we look at strikes, Strickland has 63 to Izzy in the head to Izzy's 20. When we look at kicks, though, Izzy has 40 kicks to Sean's 4 for the legs, but not doing a lot of damage there. Sean was blocking a lot. The face really says a lot. Like, look at Izzy's face here. 7 seconds left. Sean's like, let's go, let's fight. You can see them going after it. Sean puts his hands up, signifying won. Crowd knew he won. Izzy basically knew he lost as well. Sean starts to hit him. He's about to become the new middleweight champion of the world for the UFC. Of course, good to see sportsmanship, go up and hug each other's coaches. So let's take you to the hand getting raised. So here they are celebrating each other again. Here's a couple punches, replays from round 1. Perfect shot to the jaw. Mark Goddard about to raise hands. Goes to Sean. Dana White puts the belt around Sean Strickland, the new middleweight champion of the world. They hug it out. Izzy puts his arm up. They had a nice little chat before. I'm sure in the press conference we'll hear what they talked about. Sean cannot believe it. He's now the 13th undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. Congrats to him. He went into Australia, Izzy's neck of the woods, and beat him. The crowd was very much giving him a pop, was applauding the effort. They recognized as fight fans what Sean was able to do. So good for the fans to do that and give him the recognition he deserved. Here he is celebrating, talking on the mic, talking about you can achieve your goals, what he was able to overcome. Him and his team celebrating. Fans giving him love as he walks out. We're going to look at the final stats. The cards were 49-46 all to Sean, so that means he won 4 rounds to 1. Sean's now 27-5, while Izzy's 24-2. 2 losses, 1 to Pereira and 1 to Sean Strickland. We look at total strikes. 97-111 isn't a crazy difference. Significant strike 97-111, but look at the head strikes. Sean had 77 head strikes to Izzy's 24. Even though the leg strikes 45 to 5, Izzy's leg strikes were more like taps. They weren't really affecting him. Sean was able to stay in the pocket, keep Izzy on his back foot the whole time, and nobody tried to take down. Maybe Izzy should have gone for that and seen what could have done. But again, Sean's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so who knows what that could have done on the ground. So Izzy's last fights have obviously mostly been title fights. Lost to Pereira, then was able to get it back with the highlight knockout, arrow, and in his first fight as the champion again, did not get the W. So interesting to see what he does. Assume he'll probably take some time off. He's been fighting a hellish schedule and hang out. While Sean shouldn't have been here. Duplessis was supposed to be the man to fight. That did not happen. He did not come to the battle. He has a foot injury. Izzy lets Sean come in here. UFC really didn't want Sean here, but it made it happen, and Sean shocked the world and got the W. So it'll be interesting who he fights next. This opens up the middleweight division to fight anybody. Not really sure Izzy deserves a rematch besides for just being a longtime champion. In this fight, not a lot would say anything would change unless Izzy comes out hurt. So it's Ariel said on Twitter. UFC brass did not want to book this fight, dragged their feet, tried to book at least 2 other main events because they didn't think Strickland was game, booked it a month ago because no other options. crazy sport. Please come back here to MMA Roundup on Randy Silver TV for every pay-per-view. We'll give you the pre-show and the highlights, analysis, reaction, and more on the recap show. And anything MMA related, we got you. We also have Hoops Roundup. We have American Football Roundup. We have European Football Roundup, Football Roundup, Gridiron Roundup. So much for you. So come here. We got all the sports for you. Please like and subscribe if you like this stuff. And of course, comment your thoughts on Sean winning. We can't believe it, honestly, on our side. We did not expect that. We thought Izzy was going to roll over. But that's the fight game. That's why we love it. Thank you for watching. Out.